I think all of the hardest public problems in the world cross boundaries. They cross the boundaries between business and government and civil society. They also cross geographic and intellectual boundaries. And Greater Harvard, with its remarkable focus on excellence, the quality of the students, the things that we care about, brings together those unbelievable resources.
Often, because we're on the other side of the river, people think of us as an island unto ourselves that is not engaged with the university in any ways. But we have the most joint programs. We are far more involved in many ways in collaborating with the university and doing things with the university than people might imagine. We have 5 joint programs in our PhD programs. We have joint programs, MBA, MD, MBA, JD, a joint program with the Kennedy School, a joint program that we're now thinking of even with the Design School.
And being part of such an amazing research university makes a huge difference because it lets us really work with so many other colleagues in collaboration. It's very important for us to be able to work with the School of Public Health, with the medical school, with engineering, with the humanities. This is something that really makes our work much more transformative.
Our product is knowledge. And we have a single process with 3 phases, but they're not separate missions. We're engaged in the production of knowledge, that's research. We're engaged in the reproduction of knowledge, that's education, because good education doesn't just transmit knowledge, it recreates knowledge in the minds of the next generation. And then alongside production and reproduction of knowledge, we are engaged in the translation of knowledge. That's the third part of that cycle of knowledge.
Our programs enable scholars, scientists, and artists to take risks. In fact, they encourage them to take risks, to cross boundaries, to break through barriers at the very frontiers of what we know and what we're able to do. Our goal is to be a catalyst for the creative encounters that change ways of thinking, change perspectives, lead to new insights, new understandings, seeding innovation.
Harvard is incredibly innovative, very entrepreneurial, and we have spun out a very large number of companies. Pretty much everyone knows that Microsoft came out of Harvard, so did Facebook. We are teaching T-shaped individuals at C's. That means they have a deep knowledge of one part of engineering, and the top of the T is the ability to move across and integrate across disciplines.
I find that the quality of the students just gets better and better, and that's really very exciting to see people coming in with a variety of different goals in mind. They come in for such diverse reasons and with such diverse backgrounds, and part of that is what is exciting about it because they teach each other. Students probably learn as much from each other because of their diversity and their excellence and their divergent experiences.
I love the students. The students are extraordinary. Their vision, their dreams, what they accomplish. You know, we have graduates who now are 6 members of the United States Supreme Court. We have the President of the United States. We have the Chief Justice of the South African Constitutional Court. To participate in educating and learning alongside these extraordinary people is truly a privilege.
We've been thinking a lot about how to make sure that students who are interested in health problems, who are studying in the arts and sciences, can make great contacts at the School of Public Health and the medical school, that students who are interested in human rights problems at the law school can relate to philosophers in our philosophy department. And I think the future of great universities will really depend on their agility to make these kinds of strong intellectual and scholarly connections across and among their schools and their faculties and among their students especially.
We exist as a professional school to work with and to help improve the education sector. I think it's also fair to say that at the Ed School we all believe that education is the civil rights issue of our time.
Our biggest change in the curriculum today is our new program in general education. It's probably our most innovative experience in terms of the kinds of techniques that you'll see being applied in the classroom to help our students understand the material, engage with the material, make sure that the material is bridging between the different disciplines and not just narrow visions of a particular discipline, but really looking at how the students can take the information that they're learning and apply it in today's world.
The new curriculum, I think, is going incredibly well. The students have responded to it with great enthusiasm. I think professors are now really interested in revamping older courses they have, increasing use of new technologies, thinking about their subjects in new ways. I would encourage anyone to take a look at the course trailers that are up on the general education website. They're sort of short little course commercials, but they really give a flavor of what people are trying to accomplish in their classrooms. And many of them are creative and innovative, and some of them are just absolutely hysterically funny.
We are reorganizing and repositioning some of our core academic departments to be more able to respond to the exciting opportunities in science today. We're building and strengthening other initiatives that are at the leading edge of science, such as stem cells and bioengineering. We're creating greater capacity in the ability to translate medical advances into therapeutic reality through the Harvard Catalyst. And we're also on the verge of a major new initiative in primary care education, research, and leadership.
People might look at our famously decentralized schools and units and might not realize how truly collaborative the faculty is, whether it's about teaching or research. I mean, people here want to do the best possible research, the best possible thinking and writing, the best possible pedagogy, and often that involves engagement with colleagues, whether in different departments or schools or disciplines. And it just happens as a matter of course and very, very easily at Harvard.
Being a part of the Harvard community is just, I think, in the most profound way about being in a world where knowledge and access to knowledge is so highly valued, where there's such a commitment to excellence, and there's such a commitment to creating a community of scholars, a community of people who are performing at their very best because of their deep commitment to the production of knowledge.
Being part of Harvard means three things: innovation, creativity, and community. Innovation in the way our faculty and students come up with new ways of thinking, new ways of doing. Creativity, both within the classroom as well as outside the classroom, the incredible range of activities that our students and faculty undertake. And then finally, community, which I think is one of the most important aspects of being within the Faculty of Arts and Sciences as part of the larger university.
What I like most about being dean is that Harvard provides you with quite a platform to try to change the world.
Everyone who comes to Kennedy School has this naive notion that they can make the world a better place and it's their responsibility to do so. So I get to be dean of one of the largest group of incredibly smart, naive people in the world, and they make it work, and they succeed day after day.
One of the housemasters relayed to me a comment from a student who had just returned to campus and said to her that it was wonderful to be back home, and I think that sums up very nicely what it means to be part of the larger Harvard community.